Hello there. So, my name is Alpha Geek Mind, and starting at my brand new YouTube channel. Well, not necessarily brand new, but first video. And I wanted to play Hearth. It's a pretty cool kind of indie game. It's got a best way to explain it would be like Minecraft and Banished. If you know what Banished is, it's like a medieval city builder. If they had a baby, that's what this game would be. And it's oodles and oodles of fun. Well, if you like these types of games, if you're a first-person shooter kind of man, this may not interest you that much. So when you start the game, you obviously click New Game. And then you pick your, that was the race that I wanted to be. And then if you go back, basically these people are like woodland people, so if you like playing in the woodlands, which I have only played in the woodlands, I've played a couple, 2 or 3 previous save games, and I only play in the woods. I've never played in the sand, so I don't know if it's any good, if it's easy or whatever. But these people are desert people, and they have different things that they start out with. So like these guys, because they're forest people and they kind of start in the forest, you start off with like axes and things like that, so you can use the plentiful resources at your disposal. And these people, the Raya's children, they start out with like clay making, because there's a lot of clay in the desert biome, which they start out in, or wherever, depends on the map, because each map is randomly generated. You can see you have the temperate, which is the forest, rivers, and the mountains, and then see, it also says the home of which place it is. Excuse me. And then the desert is for Raya's children. I have not been brave enough, or have had the balls to, take Raya's children and start out here, or take the Ascendancy and start out here. I mean, you could probably do the Ascendancy here because there's some trees, but I don't know. And then I obviously want to battle these little cute little goblins there, because I think in the new update they came out with a couple weeks ago, I think it's been about 2 or 3 weeks, they added I think it was called the combat update, or something along those lines, and it was the Alpha 15, and it added things like knights, I believe it added archers, clerics. I don't know if that was it. I think there was 4, but I can't remember what the 4th one was. Oh well. But okay, so now we have to pick our expedition roster, which is basically the citizens that you start with. Now the optimal citizen configuration here is 666, devil's number there. But it's basically, that gives them the most amount of hit points. It's the most amount of hit points. I can't explain the other two. This is, I mean, I can explain like what they relate to, but mind is for things like crafters. So if you have like a carpenter or something, you're going to want them with high mind, so they quickly learn their skill. You don't want somebody with a low mind, because then it'll take them forever to level up and such, to upgrade their abilities. And the spirit is like courage in battle. I think it also has an effect on things like the trappers, because the trappers have a ability to befriend animals, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's about it. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to try to get at least one 6 spirit, 6 health person for a footman, which you definitely need at least one 6 health, 6 spirit person to start out to be your footman, because those guys will take a lot of damage and they need high spirit to keep up their courage and will in battle. So I might speed this up a little bit, so I'll just keep rolling until I find the best configuration. Actually, this one looks pretty alright. I mean, I do have a couple one mine people, and I generally don't like doing that, but you know, I can have those two be like farmers or something. These guys be, yeah. So see, so this will work. So I guess you guys don't get to see my wonderful editing today, but and then over here on the right, you have a certain amount of gold that you start out with when you spawn, or not when you spawn, but before you start the game, and you can use it to start off with these resources. Well, these two are resources. These other ones are tools that gives these your Hearthlings jobs. Now, I'm probably gonna go with a trapper's knife, because trapper's knife, the strategy behind that is that you need a trapper's. It takes a while to get to the trapper's knife if you try to build it in the game, because you have to have a blacksmith, and they have to be like level 2 or something, or level 3. I can't remember. And then you have to have steel, and you have to have all this, and then that takes a while to build up to that, because in order to build a blacksmith you have to have like a level 3 or 4 mason to upgrade them into a blacksmith. And it's a lot easier if you start out with that, so you can start getting fur and stuff. And usually I try to sell my fur, because I always end up building up a lot of it. But all these other things you can make relatively quickly, because you start off with the carpenter's thing, or the ability to create a carpenter. You start out with the saw. There we go. And he can make this with wood. He can make all these things very quickly. These two just require, I think just this one actually requires some silkweed, which we will get into. So we will embark here, and we will see if we can find a good area, a good map. Okay, now I kind of like border trees. See, I don't know. So I kind of like areas like this, but I mean, I could go. See, I like having not a lot of wildlife, but I like kind of getting a well-balanced area. You know, at least a couple little points in each category. But I also like being in valleys, so I guess I can do here. Yeah, I'll settle here. We'll see if I picked an alright spot when I get in. Load faster. But this, never mind. I was going to talk about my YouTube endeavors, but I guess I don't have to. Okay, so then once you get to this point, you have to place your little banner, and then that's where your little Hearthlings spawn. I'm probably going to end up placing it right about here. I kind of like this kind of valley-ish area. Now, I will call this... What should I call this? I'm not very creative when it comes to names. Let's call it YouTubeford, since this is my YouTube world. Okay, so now I have my people, so let me find somebody with high mind to be my carpenter. I think I'll have this person be my carpenter. And then see if maybe I have somebody with decent mind and decent spirit. Yep, so then I'll have be a trapper. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I have 2 people going here. Okay, now, well, after they become a trapper. Did I not complete it? No, I don't think I did. I think it was this person. Oh, well, that person's becoming my trapper. I don't know if it was the same person, but she will work. Okay, yep, now she picked it up. So I might as well have them start getting some resources. Start clicking some things. I guess just whack everything. I will need food, so I need to see if there's any berry bushes. Yeah, I saw some over here. I didn't want them to go that far away though. Just spin around. Let me get these, and then we get that, and then we get that. Oh yeah, I need to make a stockpile so they have a place to put their resources that they collect. So I'll build a stockpile there. Yeah, that'll just be everything. And then the trapper, I'll set up a little zone for the trapper over here so they can start creating their trapping area and bringing in some furs and stuff for us. So I guess now I can just speed up the game. I do have the 3x speed option because I think it's an experimental feature that I enabled. Okay, Grizzly Traveler. Oh, yeah. I think that usually happens at the beginning of every game. They come and they provide you with food. I don't know where exactly the food went, because I don't see it in here. Oh, that might be it. Yeah, that's it. I don't know where the basket of corn went. I don't even know if he gave me a basket of corn. I might have just read that wrong. So while I'm waiting on these guys to do their thing here, maybe I'll talk a little bit about my YouTube channel, I guess. So basically, let me think of a simple way to put this. Okay, simple way. I like playing games. So I figured, you know, at the beginning of something, usually whenever I start, I'm a very shy, kind of quiet person. So I think a lot before, or I try to think a lot before I say anything. Unless I'm real tired, then things just come out. But I'm trying to think of how to word this. So basically, I'll repeat myself, and you know, I like playing games, and I figured, you know, why not start a YouTube channel? Maybe it'll help me kind of branch out a little bit, become a little more social. You know, maybe find some people to play with or hang out with, talk to. I don't know. Maybe I can help people. I see YouTube channels all the time, some of the big YouTube channels that help a lot of people, and that would really make my day if I could help somebody. That would definitely make me want to continue doing this, so that's what I'm going to try. And also, I think I got fired from my job a little bit ago. I mean, I am just 16, so I don't necessarily need a job, but I would like a job to be able to help support my house. I don't know if that's a good reason. I mean, I think it's a good reason, so yeah. And I kind of want to be able to pay for my own things, and just because my parents are in a bit of a tough spot, so if I can make a little bit of money or something. It's not even just that, like if I can just make money to play games, then that would be good. Not really even to play games, just to support my gaming endeavors. But the main thing that I want is I want to be able to help people and things like that. And if I'm already playing games, I might as well try and see if I can accomplish my goals. Okay, so now let's get back into this, and I'll stop talking about my life and such. So I'm going to have the carpenter build a carpenter's workbench so I can get them up and running. I will... Okay, yeah, those two things need the workbench. I think I'm going to have them harvest a little bit more trees because I am going to need the wood. Did they get some of the berries? They probably harvest them, but they didn't collect them yet, did they? No, they did not. This is kind of my first night. I mean, I don't have very much at all. I know I'm not going to be able to get a new citizen tomorrow, so I guess we'll shoot for the next day. We still collecting everything? Yeah. Okay, well, I'll speed this up a little more. Just put it in 3x mode, see how that works. Yeah, I think our trapper is generating actually quite a bit of animal items. Yeah, we got a little bit of meat, squirrel jerky, a little squirrel, but you know, survival of the fittest here. I think we're making a bit. Yep, he's getting quite a bit of furs there, and then some. I didn't get anything from that one. At least I don't think he did. But we're getting quite a bit of furs, quite a bit of meat, quite a bit of food, and then we could branch. After that, after we get established, then we can start building things. Which, and actually, the building editor in this, or the building creator, is very unique, to say the least. And I mean that in a very good way. Yeah, I didn't think I would have enough. It's very... I don't know. I would say it has a learning curve to kind of get everything right. But it's a very unique, very creative. I mean, it kind of... I should probably show you instead of telling you about it, but you can create custom buildings. You know, you can lay the foundations, and you can create it of different materials: bricks, stone, all that. Walls. You can put the different designs on the wall. Freestanding walls for outside. You know, you have furniture, roofs, all sorts of different things. You can design the building how you want to design it. It is very complicated though, and I'm still not very good at doing that. I'm also not a very creative person when it comes to building. I mean, I'm not bad, but I try to focus on utilitarian needs. So if a square gets the job done, then square gets the job done. What did I need to do? I'm trying to think of what I was going to do here. I got distracted. Oh yeah, I was going to place the place. Yep, there we go. So let's go ahead and get the carpenter's workbench down. Okay, yep. Now we have their workbench. We can have them create stuff. So I'm going to have them go ahead and create a hoe. So we get a farmer. And then we get a wooden practice sword. I think that's about it. Already carpenter level 1. So I'm going to go ahead and get a dining table. Gonna get a dining table and a bed. Excuse me. I'm probably gonna go ahead and get a lamp too, just so I can use these things in the I say a lot. Just realized that. But so I can use these in the building creator, because you have to have one kind of in stock in your city's like stock in order to be able to use it in the creator. Kind of like these windows and these windows. Maybe I have to look nice. Put some of those. So now that they're making all that, okay. Now I can go ahead and get my other people over here. Change jobs. Farmer. Now I have to find my 6 spirit, 6 body. If I even have one of those. Well, I guess I'll make her my footman. So I have some sort of defense. I don't think the monsters have started spawning yet, or they might have. I think it usually takes like it's the 3rd night, 2nd night, something like that, before they start spawning. And I know they get progressively harder now. I think they added in like orcs and stuff. Before they just had like little goblins, and I mean there were some kind of big creatures. There was I'm trying to think of what they're called. Is it ents? I think something like that. They had little tree ents, and then they had like little stone ents. And they did various different. So, oh, yeah, so I guess. Oh, yeah, and then we have these little tiny things. I have no idea what they're supposed to be. They look like lizards, but I'm not 100% sure there. So I'm gonna collect that. I'm not getting any lag. I'm kind of very happy. Okay, so I have my basic setup here. So now I will get a farm, and after I kind of get self-sufficiency here. Can I make that as wide as I can make it move? I think I did. Oh, I did. What do I want to grow? I think I'll grow turnips. What can I cook on that? Can I cook on that? Oh, carrots. So this is turnips, this is carrots, okay. I think 2 farms should be enough. I think the ratio is either two full farm plots per farmer or 3, something along the lines like that. Goblin thieves. Okay. Which is off. Time alert mode. I think they should start fighting them. I don't know if these guys fight. There must be a goblin camp around here. I'll take my town out of alert mode here so they can go back to what they were doing. An enemy. Oh, she's destroying the camp there. I don't know about a lag when it like saves and stuff, but that's about it. So that's alright. So what do I need? Oh yeah. I was gonna go ahead and build a little footman, a little shield. So she's got a little bit more protection. I'm guessing I should probably go with like a mason's hammer and chisel. I'm gonna go ahead and get an herbalist staff. I'm probably not gonna assign these people yet because I still need people to be workers. So I don't think I have enough net worth. Not if I only need 550. My net worth before I'm able to get another citizen. So I think daily update. Yep. No, not enough. Okay. Oh well. Well, I have my basic setup here, so I think this is going to be the end of episode 1. I should get this up tonight. You guys can let me know how the audio situation is, the quality, if it's stuttering for you. Just kind of give me some feedback. You know, I'm not definitely by no means am I a seasoned or veteran recorder, but I would like some feedback from you guys for whatever. What the heck is going on? What is that? Oh, it's a little fox. Oh, okay. So I would just like, oh god, I swear I have like the attention span of a gnat. But just like I'm gonna say for the 9th time now, I would just like some feedback about, you know, the recording quality, the audio levels, my mic. Does my mic sound okay? Does it get quiet? Do I get quiet? Do I need to speak up more? You know, do I need to be less monotone? Which I'm sure would probably be a good thing. But I should warm up to that. Why is it glowing? Oh, okay. Oh. It's Alpha Geek Mind, signing off. It's kind of like the cheesiest outro ever, but okay. Thanks guys for watching my video, and if you liked it, then feel free to subscribe. It would be very much appreciated, so I can keep knowing that I should be keep doing this. You know, if you think that I could possibly keep doing this and be semi-entertaining, then please, by all means, let me know. So now I'm going to shut up and